Hiki hikitia, ria ria kina. Hapa hapa inga, ranga ranga hiya. Te hoku take take o tōku a wahatanga. Mauri tu, Mauri tangata, tihei Mauri ora.
No mai haere mai. Welcome to Rāngai, our beautiful studio here in Tūranganui-a-Kiwa, Gisborne. My name is Te Aroha.
And I'm Lynn. And we're here with
Margaret
and
Cheryl.
Cheryl. Okay, cool. So we've got a really cool show lined up today for all of you guys. So we're starting out talking to these lovely two ladies and then about their she shed and the exciting event that they have coming up. And then we catch up on the Māoriland Film Workshop hosted here in our studio.
Yeah. So, kia ora kōrua, how are you both?
Kei te pai ahau.
Very good, thanks. Great.
So, I suppose just tell us some stuff about you guys, like personally, I suppose.
Okay, we're here, thank you for inviting us, to let Gisborne community and the wider people know that the She Shed Tour is in its 7th year, and we started as a very small collection of maybe 5-6 artists, and we developed it into 40 this year of people, people going between the venues of seeing the art that we make and having a beautiful community day.
Cheryl makes mosaics and I'm a painter.
Nice.
So there's a real variety of artists involved, weavers, painters, potters. It's huge now and takes quite a big organising. Luckily there's a committee of 6 of us because back in the day when I did it by myself, that's not possible now. Because it's become so popular, which is fantastic, and we donate the money to charities every year, and you can mention the scholarship. But
Okay, we 3 years ago, one of us had the idea that we could sponsor a young woman who's excelling in art in high school and is going on to study art at tertiary level. So we give a scholarship each year and it's worth $1,000, and that young woman becomes part of our collective, and the next year they can come back and have a stall at the She Shed next year. So we've had 3 winners here in Gisborne. The first one was Serenity Himaloto Ngātai from Girls High, and the second one was Te Kotuku Tangaho Brown from Haurauta Wānanga. And this year we've just announced that our winner is Nicole Vanderwater from Lytton High.
Nice.
Yeah, and she's going off to Massey.
I think I may know that person. Anyways, that's
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Really cool. I do have to ask, it is She Shed and you are sponsoring a young woman, so are all the artists that are a part of She Shed women?
absolutely, yeah. We've been asked to include the men who can do their own. We haven't got the time to
Man
do
cave?
it. And
Man cave.
They can do their own?
man cave.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit of a point of difference maybe for us, that they are all women and celebrating that.
No,
Well,
that's really important, I think. That's really cool.
Because when we thought about it, it's quite extraordinary then in a small community like Wainui and Makarori where I live, the number of us that are creative people and have our own little niche in the world, that's our stuff that we do is so important to us that we've got this space, and I think that's quite unique, really.
It's really unique.
Yeah.
Really lucky that there are so many talented ladies here, and the
it's
artwork
amazing.
is really high level.
Well, just like Tairāwhiti in general, the talent here is enormous.
Yeah,
Definitely for
our
such
hidden
a
gem.
Yeah, so what got you started? What made you think, I want to get these women out there and their work to be seen?
Okay, so people came from out of town for dinner, and we were chatting away about how I had a she shed in the garden, a studio, and they were rather fascinated by the fact I had a whole space to make a mess and create things. And I said to them, there's actually quite a few ladies that have got along the beach community similar. And I then mulled that over and thought, this could be a really good idea for a day out for Gisborne and a chance for us to sell some artwork, because it's a venue for people to come and have a look around. And I just thought, oh, I'll just make a tour of it, like you do. And
Let's just make a tour.
yeah, we'll just make a tour.
Yeah.
The first year was quite low key. I think there was 6, 7 people. Only the venues, no additional artists, and it was received so well that every year it's just grown and grown.
That's really cool.
Like, I didn't ever set out with this vision now.
Yeah.
I just thought it would be a bit of fun and we'll do that. And I have to say, really proud of the product maybe, but the group of people involved are really supportive, and the community gets a great day out, and it's become far bigger than I ever thought it would be. It's great.
So when you started She Shed, like the first one, did you think that you would be doing more in the years afterwards, or did you just think, oh, I'll do a one-off thing?
Yeah.
Because
I just thought that sounded a good idea, and I mean, we don't know how long it will go for, but while it is, it's getting better and better. But I never started off with the idea that 7 years later we'd still be doing it. Yeah.
Actually, the first thing that we did was make a book.
Yeah.
So we had a photographer come round because there was the realisation that a studio is a really special space. It's not a normal space. It's different things happen in there. It has its own ahua, and that was worth capturing and celebrating.
Yeah.
So a friend who was a photographer came round and photographed us all in our studios. Wow. So we made a coffee table book for each of us, and we've done that again a couple of years ago. And we had the book before the tour started.
And the
200 people. Sorry.
Yeah. The book was so well received that then it was like, well, why don't we have people around to see the actual places?
Yeah. And then
So
that's another art, photography as well. It's so
absolutely.
Just cool.
Well, one of our artists who's been here, but not this year because they're travelling, is Jo Tito, who is a photographer, and she does amazing things.
Absolutely.
But all of our artists are really high level, either painter type artists or crafts people who have spent years developing their craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not just ordinary, but very clever people.
Yeah. So what things are you guys looking into for the future?
Well,
Getting past November the 13th.
November the 13th. At this stage of the game, we're just fielding so many inquiries and getting the last throws of the show on the road and coordinating all the food venues and the, there's a lot to be doing right now.
The publicity.
The publicity. Every year we regroup around May to talk about the following year. I think we just carry on doing more of the same and keeping the level really high so that it keeps at a great level of a point of difference.
People come from all over the country now for it.
Yeah.
And they'll, was it last year or the year before, a gang of women came from south to north, they rented 3 houses at Makarori, did the tour, bought lots of stuff. And
Just to go to...
Just to come to the She Shed.
So now, for
awesome.
probably the last 3 years, out-of-towners have started coming, which is fantastic because word is out, and we keep it to 1,200 tickets because we know the community can cope with that as far as traffic and parking.
And parking in our streets.
So it is limited on numbers.
Do you guys still have availability for this year?
Yeah.
Yes?
Cool. I'll get
So
in
gift ideas maybe for people with parents who would be into that kind of stuff. Get your tickets.
When is it?
November the 13th.
There you go, it's my
November
dad's
13th.
birthday.
Oh,
And
there.
the tickets are only $10.
Only $10.
So you get a
yeah.
whole day of entertainment and floating from one place.
I'm going to
To
take him
another.
because my
Yeah.
dad is an artist. He's not
Oh,
a
is
woman,
he?
but he's an artist.
No. Lots of guys come.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's been wonderful though, because besides donating the dollars to charity and doing a scholarship, which is all really cool, right down back to the basics of it, which is celebrating creativity.
Yeah.
The people that come through who have gone home and created a room or a space to make art, that have signed up to do workshops to learn more, because lots of us run workshops to teach people. That's one of the biggest buzz, that you inspire people and motivate them and give them a great day out as well.
But also give them the idea that what you're doing, no matter how big or little it is, it's legitimate. It's legitimate. You can have your space to do it in. Kick that kid out of the bedroom. Send them off to university. Use that room. Make it your own, you know. And a lot of people go, well, I just do this. No. Like, don't say it like that. Say, I do this.
Yep.
It's, Whakaeke yourself.
Yeah, the feedback has been just really positive, and
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that gives us the energy to do it all over again as well. I mean, we love creating, obviously, but it's a whole collection of reasons why we do it. And someone said to me the other day, it's the best day out in Gisborne. I was pretty impressed by that. Yeah.
Well, it must be if you get so many people coming and you have to put a cap on numbers. Like, I'd say that's extremely successful. In fact, I'm sad I hadn't heard of it beforehand.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a lovely floating party coming through your house. Not inside your house, but around your decks and your gardens. And people are happy and they're having a wonderful day out.
And they dress up. It's almost like the races. Some of them, they wear their frocks, and it's really, and it's very social because, of course, we all know each other in Gisborne, you know, and they all have really big chats and catch up. And the gardens are also really looking beautiful at that time of year. And
Except mine.
So how do we book these tours, and how do we keep up with, future events coming up?
You can find us on Facebook, She Shed Tour Gisborne.
Okay.
And there are tags of it on my own Instagram. There's tags to all our artists that are on Instagram as well. And so that's She Shed Tour Gisborne on Facebook. And the tickets are available at Avery, which is in the Poverty Bay Club, at Retro, which is in Balance Street, and at More Than Fabric in Balance Street.
Okay. Okay, so you heard that, guys? Get your tickets. They have a couple of numbers, but this is honestly an amazing gift to get for someone, or even to do by yourself. There's all these amazing people to meet and see all this awesome art. So definitely something you guys should check out. Yeah, so...
Well, okay, we've got one more question. What sort of, I know you talked about the scholarship. What other opportunities do you provide, or anything that you can think of or are hoping to do perhaps?
Well, each year we come up with, more or less each year we come up with new ideas. The scholarship is only 3 years now. Other ideas that we're mulling over.
Well, the whole thing is about a spirit of sharing.
Yeah.
So we want to share. Creativity is it's a personal thing, but it comes from inside you to out of you, and you want to share it and people love it. So this year, for example, we are sponsoring the Tairawhiti Adventure Trust because we just love what they're doing with for rangatahi. It's absolutely amazing what they've managed to do so far and what they're going to continue to do. And so that's one form of our sponsorship this year. And as well as that, there is a woman who runs a charitable trust for rescuing animals. So she gets some of our koha as well. And then the scholarship for the young woman. So all the money from the tickets just gets spread out.
Oh,
it's not for us.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
So
different places each year. Yeah.
Well, I suppose a big mihi to both of you. Thank you so much. as an artist myself, I'm like really keen on the idea of she shed, and I'm actually pretty like ratted out that I didn't know about it before.
Heaps doing. It's great that you've got us here.
So I suppose the last question I have is, how can an artist be a part of the She Shed tour and whatnot?
All right, so because I run the Facebook page, people who are interested in wanting to be one of the artists in the stalls, they apply to me through the page, send us images of their work. We meet with the committee and go, well, this is amazing work. We'd love to have this person in our group.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's how it works.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool stuff.
So yeah, thank you guys so much, and well, good luck with November 13th. I hope it all goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will. It's always great on the day.
And rā whānau to your dad.
Yeah, there you go, Dad. Birthday shout out. So moving on now to our next kaupapa. Here is a video from our Māoriland workshop that we did a while ago now. Hope you like it.
Kia ora. My name is Matariki Black. I am a descendant of Ngā Tūhoi and Ngāti Kaingonui ki Te Wairoa. And I'm in Te Tai Rāwhiti to run a film workshop with rangatau Māori.
I think it offers opportunity. I guess it opens up a new pathway for them if they're interested in creative media, film, animation, all that sort of stuff. I think it allows them to have fun and I guess play with their creativity, work practically, and I guess just learn about film and what we do in the film industry through our Māori lens as well, which I think is important.
And it's awesome, like meeting new people, working with new people and getting to know them, and yeah, it's been a lovely 2 days. Busy though, hard work, a bit of stress, but yeah, had fun at the end.
I'm here for the Rangatai Film Workshop. Probably just shooting the scenes, like, because I was on sound, so I was holding the mic. Done a bit of directing too, that was fun. It's mostly just working with like the other people my age.
I love the ideas that these kids are bringing to their films. Like, it's different, and it's gonna be like that anytime. But I don't know. I love their energy, their passion to make these films, and their drive to create their ideas through their teams. Yeah, it's me.
Seeing that there are spaces like this in Gisborne, and the fact that it's like accessible, I guess, for the public. Like there's workshops being done here. It's almost like a community centre for the arts or for film and creative media. So that's really cool to see.
Everybody here is so kind and amazing.
And we're back. So Aroha is on the couch now because they're getting interviewed, and so is Nathan.
Yeah.
That was really Just, yeah. So, what was your film called? What part did you guys have, and what was it about?
You can go first.
Alright, so the film that I made with my team was called Reporting Alive. I was the director and one of the actors as well, and the editor.
Wow.
And yeah.
And the producer as well, just to add something on there.
And all of that. But what was the other part of that question?
What was it about, and what did you do? So that you already answered that.
You kind of explained it, didn't you?
It was very abstract. Like we had, I don't even know how to explain or what our film was. It was like a Picasso painting, but a film.
Okay.
It was just abstract. I suppose the main gist of it is that
It was up to interpretation of the viewer.
yeah, but we sort of fell on it because of we had to try and make a film using what we had. So, you know, we could have all these grand ideas about making an epic fantasy adventure or a zombie apocalypse, but we don't have the equipment to do that well. And so we sort of just fell on, well, where are we? We're in a studio. What do people do in studios? News show. Okay, news show. We're all children. We ain't gonna look like real news anchors. What do? Children news show. And then teenage angst got involved and it kind of divulged into this really weird, sloppy, but brilliantly weird, open to interpretation film about the end of the world.
Okay, that was a big lead up to that. What about yours?
And
Did you work on that one as well?
Contrary to that, the news film, we didn't really know what we were doing making ours. We were just messing about most of the time. But we had a general idea of something cool, action-y and stuff like that. We managed to assign roles and who was going to do who. I was the cameraman and the editor and some other stuff that I can't remember. But yeah, we kind of got a general rough idea what we were going to do. Kind of forgot a bit of it at the same time. And we just kind of went from there. So we had our script out by the first day. Second day, brought some stuff in, some clothes, props and whatnot, and we started shooting. Was it 2 days or 3 days?
It was, the first day was like a writing, scripting, brainstorming day, and then the second day was production day.
There was no third day, right?
No.
Okay, so
It was just 2 days.
Yeah, it was just 2 days.
Whoa.
And then we did a screening on, like, later in the evening on the last day.
Yeah, oh, that's right. It was only, so it was basically like half a day to do all the filming, and then...
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, because we were rushing around most of the time, and the other time we were just doing bugger all. So we were very uncoordinated. We didn't really know what we were doing, but we managed to come out with a film. And I managed to rush all the editing just in time to make it.
Yeah, I think everyone did that though. And I feel like most of our films were improv. Like we sort of went into it with an idea, and then it sort of just,
fizzled out.
The filming and the actual acting process, I think there was like a lot of ad lib and just random little bits that came into it. But that's 2 days, and that's to be expected.
I just remember something. We were supposed to have a deep philosophical message behind it.
Yeah, I remember that because you guys did your pitch and you were like, oh, it's going to be the epic tale of Māori warrior Pango who comes back from the war with PTSD or something. And I was like, wow, that's going to be really deep. And then it was just like, it was gangster, but it was just trying to sift around for the message in it. But
yeah, we kind of forgot the message as well. We just made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we really hit the nail with our film.
We forgot.
Like,
Did you guys have fun though?
Yeah.
It was still
that's
fun.
not supportive.
And I'm still happy with the film that we produce.
I think I was too short to qualify by a couple of seconds.
Nah, Pango the movie was gangster.
Yeah, gun.
Okay, what was the most challenging part? You think the time constrictions or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably time constrictions. Like, you can make an amazing film with limited resources, but limited time is something else completely, because you don't have enough time to really flesh out an idea. And I suppose that's why our film ended up being abstract. It's because we just couldn't, one day of planning, it wasn't enough time to really flesh out.
Ours was a mess.
Okay. So out of all the films, who would you say was best?
Mine.
Not ours.
Nah.
It was the one that Tepai directed.
Yeah.
That film was, like, it actually had a story and a message, and,
That's the one with the mayor in it who was wearing my jacket.
Yeah, what was it called? Election for Dummies. That was really fun.
That one was pretty crack up.
It was a satire, a mockumentary, because local elections have just finished, I think, or you can't vote anymore.
So it was good
But it
timing.
was about that time. Local elections was happening, and they just decided to do a little. It was just really funny, and the direction was so obvious, and the story was so just there. So that team, there's a lot of talent on that team.
Yeah, they had an idea and they actually managed to do it. Our team we just ran around like a headless chicken most of the time.
I think our idea, like, you guys seem to have a sort of unified idea, but struggled to execute it. I think the problem with my team was that we had like 5 ideas and tried to mash them all into one. And it was just like, because it was supposed to be funny, but then it was supposed to be horror, but it was supposed to be adventurous, but it was supposed to be angsty. And so it was just like a real...
Just combining all the genres.
So it was a lack of ideas and an excessive amount of
ideas.
Excessive amount or surplus of ideas.
And then the team, and to be fair, the team had all the older people in it, and the most experienced people did the best film.
Now that's a surprise.
Surprising.
Yeah, our team was just immature.
I'm not throwing shade, but the skill level varied.
Okay, so last thing, what was the Māoriland team like? Were they great? Were they helpful?
Oh yeah, definitely. They were so nice. We couldn't have got our film done without them. Like, at a few points, I think it was. I know for me, it got a little bit stressful because the team I was working, I was the oldest person in my team. I'm 18, and then the rest of my team were all like roughly around the age of like 12, and so I sort of had to manage everybody, and they were great. Like, I'm not thinking them or anything. They were wonderful actors, and they were so good to work with for the age that they were. But me, I'm not used to doing every job basically, or overseeing an entire production. Mm-hmm. And I think I would have gotten really stressed out if I didn't have the Māoriland team there, because I was just like, whoo, taking on the whole.
Yeah, they were alright.
Wow.
Like, that's my seal of approval, I guess, in that one sentence.
Yeah. And they were really involved too. Like, they didn't just tell you what to do and sit there and watch you like.
I mean, one of them was playing the mayor in the mayor one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uncle Hemi was it, who won? No, I'm not going to spoil that movie.
He went to KFC.
Yeah, he had a big fat feed probably. But yeah, no, they were really good, and they're fairly young as well, so just good to get along with, good vibes, good music too.
Nice.
Oh man.
One of the most important things.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kai.
Good food.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for talking about it. Thank you to the Māoriland team for being here and doing that workshop.
Come back soon.
To our viewers, our guests, and our awesome team here at He Tāngata. It's been a pleasure to be with you today. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube, and so you guys don't miss an episode, because we will be doing more episodes, I swear.
Comment.
And comment. Yes, leave some comments. We promise we look at them.
Yeah.
That's our outro.
Is that do we say that?
Oh, you got to do the
Oh yeah.
haere from all of us at Rangai Studios, and remember, you can do the Māori bit, please.
Ia te me nui o te ao.
He Tāngata. He Tāngata.
He Tāngata.
Yeah, that.
And out.
Roll credits.
Roll credits.
I like that.
Tukuna te wairua kia rere ki ngā taumata, kia arahi i a mātou mahi. Me tā mātou whai i ngā tikanga a rātou mā. Kia mau, kia ita, kia korea e ngaro. Kia pupuri, kia whakamaua, kia tīnā, tīnā. Haumi e, hui e,